Well, let's start with some feedback. And I want to start with the co-facilitators. What were some things that went well for you, Tina and Wes?
I'm glad we got through it.
Yeah, me too. Tina, what about you?
I kind of fumbled up a little bit with the role playing and watching to make sure that they're going through the steps in the role play.
I can see that. Yeah, I really could see that. For the actors, Nancy and Matt, what was that experience like for you two to role play?
Well, from my end, I really was confused up there. I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. I didn't mean to be difficult for you. I didn't know what I was supposed to do.
We could see that. Yeah, you seemed kind of confused. Nancy, what about you?
Well, I thought I had the steps, but then Matt actually told me to put my fingers up for the thinking step. My facilitators didn't. And I don't know, I mean, I think if Wes was struggling, Tina could have jumped in and helped him. And if they thought we were going on or doing it wrong,
Yeah.
that maybe they could have helped us. Because the feedback that then Matt and I got was that we did it wrong and we went on and things were an issue.
Kind of kept going on and on a little bit. And you completely forgot to like put your hands to your head. And Tina, you could have stepped in and helped out Wes a little bit because, you know, we didn't really see you shining, Wes. So yeah. So for the rest of the class, let's give them some feedback. Let's give some feedback to Wes and Tina. What were some things that they did well?
I think you had great energy, and you seemed to really feel the material. You can tell that you're really invested in it, and you seem to complement each other well.
I disagree. I think it was kind of awkward a little bit. You seemed like you didn't know where things were, and it took you a while to get caught into where you were in the curriculum. Sam, do you have some feedback?
Well, I would say to Tina that I did like the part where you assigned us the steps to watch during the role play and the action and thinking steps and made that clear to what we were looking for. And I think that was very well done, and I was very comfortable about that. As Wes, as others have said, I know you got a great presence in front of a group and facilitation skills, but we just didn't get to see it yet in this one. For some reason you held back or lacked confidence or something, you know, you weren't, I bet, at your best.
I would totally agree. Tina, you did a great job of breaking down the steps and assigning them to everybody, and even the last one, you know, having everybody watch for that. But Wes, you know, we really didn't get to see a time for you to shine, and that was really evident in there. So I would completely agree with everything that you just said, Sam. Kat, do you have any feedback for the co-facilitators?
I don't think I can add anything to what's already been said.
Okay. What are some areas that you might take away from or things that they could improve on for next time?
Well, I think we've said that the role play is where you met the devil. I think that if I'm correct, you're supposed to identify who your main actor is, and you didn't do that. You're supposed to cut it off, start it and cut it off, sort of like you're the director, action, stop somehow. That might have helped Nancy and or Matt. And maybe...
They're supposed to follow the steps, right?
Yeah.
They didn't follow the steps at all, so
Yeah.
you got to coach them on following the steps.
And you know, they didn't also set up the role play well, so something must not have happened that Matt didn't even know what to say.
Yeah, he seemed kind of lost during the whole thing.
So those things, I think, are some real concrete things that might help.
So Tina and Wes, what are some things that you would try to do better next time? Some places where you might learn from?
I would say really doing a better job of setting up the role play. Matt, helping you better understand what your role are.
Definitely.
And walking the steps.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think I might have gone off into left field a little bit by not following the script to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had to correct you at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for the rest of the folks in the class, what are some things that they could improve on?
Well, I think what they said, that they need to be more clear about the content and the flow of that lesson, because it's a little complicated with everybody getting up and moving around. Mm-hmm. But I would want to say something nice to you guys. I don't want you to think it's a complete bummer. I did like the couch and the idea that we were sort of in a room, you know, and that I think that adds to the focus of it. So Kudos for that.
I disagree. The couch was a nice touch, but it didn't really set the scene of a home. You know, this was a conflict between a boyfriend and a girlfriend, and they're at home, and it was a serious situation, and there wasn't really that homey type of feel. So let me give you some last feedback. You always want to use your thinking fingers, right? So it's important to coach folks to use thinking fingers and make sure that we're aware that there's thinking process going on. You really got to prep the actors well so that they know their parts, so that she knows, remind her to use the thinking fingers. It's okay to interrupt folks and say, hey, put your fingers to your head so that they learn it right. Right? And then again, follow the script. Use the script. It's always your friend. I always have it in front of me whenever I'm teaching. It helps me stay on track. Everybody, let's give Wes and Tina a round of applause.